Welcome back to the Stag Roar podcast. This is episode 284. I've got Lāz Karaka back on the podcast. He was, of course, with us in episode 237. You can go back and listen to that one. This episode, 284, we just have another great yarn about Lāz's awesome work he does on social media. Check that out. Links are in the show notes. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You would have seen me use the audio from a couple of his outstanding videos. Share them a few times as well. That doing business for over 100 years one I shared to NZ Farming. They took good purchase of that. If you're a big follower of Isaac John, you would have seen the Tokoroa slang of hell. That's hell good. He shared that too. So yeah, popular man, Mr. Lāz, as he cruises around South Waikato in his Bridgestone truck, replacing tyres and wheels for people. Of course, the podcast is brought to you by Kane's Deer Velvet. If you of your loved one has some aches, pains setting in, or an injury that needs support to heal, consider topping up your body with Kane's Deer Velvet. It's packed full of amazing nutrients that the body uses in maintaining immune system, bones, joints, circulation, and general well-being. Find out more at www.canesdeervelvet.com and use the code STAGRAW252 to get 20% introductory discount off that order. You'll see Lāz and I enjoying some drink arepas out of the can. Of course, there's the bottles, the sparkling and light as well, and the big bottles if you're lucky enough to grab those in the supermarket. You can get 20% off an order if you use the code STAGRAW. Arepa, the world's smartest brain food, 100% natural, caffeine-free, effects you can feel. You might have seen the beast Stephen Adams has invested in Arepa, so that's pretty exciting stuff. Also exciting stuff is drinkelement.com/stagraw to get free sample. Just pay for the shipping. Otherwise, you can do an order through that link. I enjoyed the benefits of Drink Element while I was out hunting recently. Take the watermelon with me, that's my favourite. But the raspberry, what have we got? Lime, citrus, yeah. And then there's the chocolate ones as well. The chocolate medley, I think, has ran out. Yeah, there might still be some available. Free shipping for that if you're paying over $100 US on that. So maybe stocking up on your Drink Element. Right, without further ado, let's enjoy another crack-up chat with Lāz. Hope you enjoy it. Share it to your socials. Tag Lāz. Let him know you've been listening to him. Hit him up. And leave a rating. That'd be handy. We've well and truly cracked over 900. I think we're up to 922 on Spotify. Well and truly short of that on ratings. Let's have a look. As of here today, we are, what are we at? 43. So we're not even at the 50 yet. Come on, people, slap those 5 stars. Cheers, enjoy this episode.
Oh, is this mine?
That's yours, man.
Yeah. We're on to the cans now.
Into the cans, which is good.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers on a Sunday morning. Ooh, get the brain working.
Yummy.
You managed to finish off at a reasonable hour yesterday.
Yeah. So Saturday is just half day sort of thing, but pick up a few hours, make a few more dosh.
Yeah. And what, are you on call at the moment or no?
Nah. So there's 3 of us and we rotate between, we have a week each.
Yeah.
But one guy's leaving, so now we'll be week on, week off once this guy leaves. And
back to the grind, Lāz.
yeah, bro, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, is it just while you're cruising along that all this shit comes into your head?
Well, yeah, bro. It's like I don't even try and do it. It just I'll just be cruising, and then I might say this, do a video, like because I do it every day. It's easy enough to come up with visual content, but it's like, oh, what do I want to say today, and just have it, play over the bloody video. And I'm finding with like heaps of guys commenting, and women commenting like on my stuff, it just gives me more ideas. So I'm like, oh, I can answer this guy today on this video, and yeah, and it's working. Yeah.
So I've got a quick technical question for you. How do you get the audio part just over top of a video?
So there's an app called CapCut.
Are you using something external?
Yeah. So I do everything in CapCut. Because I used to do everything on my computer and it just took ages. But this it's free software. CapCut, you can edit, speed up, slow down, and then there's a option on there that allows you to record audio over it. And it makes things way easier. And the editing tools on that software next level. I've been video editing on a laptop using Sony Vegas, and it was way hard, but now at the click of a button I can have thunderbolts shoot out of the sky and stuff. The CapCut, and that's how you come up with some awesome stuff. So where did you get the have you ever done your job? And so where did that get started up? So I did. So one of the first videos I put up, I was me racing these two old guys having a race, but they're going for it, and
that's when you used the dishwashing liquid thing.
It's lube. They had lube as well, but they didn't show them. You can see it, I can tell because you can see the liquid around the tires. But I just showed me doing while they're already pre-lubed, I'm lubing, blah blah blah. But the only difference was the technique. They're using sledgehammers. We have bars that can just go boop, flick it over, and so I was sweet. Work harder, not smarter. And then all these fucking TikTok experts came in and then that's where the idea for that came from. It's have you ever done your job? And you have cunts telling you this and that. So I was just letting some stuff off, and then boom, all of a sudden they hit 1.2 million at the moment. So I was
so that's massive. What happens when that happens?
It's just constant followers and notifications. I turn them off. It's just non-stop. But it's just funny how when I came here about a year ago, I was doing beat content, music content, and it was popping off at a slow rate. But the moment I did my job, it's just boom, and I'm what the heck? What's going on here? So I'm just keeping that ball rolling,
Hard out.
Hard out.
And so when you hit that million, did TikTok contact you or anything? Did any tools rock up? Nothing?
I think there's once you hit 10k followers, they give you an option to you get
do lives and stuff.
You can get paid off lives, but after every 1,000 views it's 0.004 cents.
So it still has to be followers to be a creator.
Yeah. But I looked into it just a little bit. And they're saying once you sign up for that, you activate that, they don't push it out as much. Because they don't want you to get paid. So I was well, never mind that. I'm not really looking to get paid off TikTok. Really what I'm after is free work gears. I just want some free work gears.
On that, Josh James had his YouTube channel popping off for ages. And he was getting new hunting boots and new jackets and stuff like that. And he was running his rafting thing. And he made the comment, he was I used to hunt in a parka and beat bullets. And it was great having hunting boots and a Stony Creek jacket. But a Stony Creek jacket doesn't pay my mortgage. It's the same with likes. 1 million likes, awesome. More views, awesome. Don't pay my mortgage. Don't clothe me.
So I'm trying to look for something that can come out of it, but so far I've got a few I've been offered some brand ambassadors. I've got a a sunglasses company reach out.
Work it.
So they've sent me some frames, and all I have to do is 2 videos with their frames on, and then they send me another pair of frames. So I was but I'll wait till I get them first, and then I'll start plugging them.
Oh, fun. So how are you balancing working so hard and are you still doing music?
No, not really.
Nah.
No, I've got a mate who's a rapper, and I just look after him. I do beats here and there, but I don't rush to it anymore. It's just more get home, rest, eat, sleep, recover. Still doing the gym thing in the mornings, and then just keep
with the boars.
Yeah.
How you finding that training? Like
Fucking draining.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I just get exhausted, eh? So, like, if I've got a big day on that day, I won't go to training. And yeah.
So we didn't talk about you boxing last time. How long did you do that for?
About 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I moved down to Christchurch, me and my cousin used to work at this factory, and we're like, oh, let's set up this backyard brawl thing. And
Kimbo Slice, watch out.
yeah. And we're like, oh,
He's dead now.
we're like, oh, we'll set these up. I'm gonna go up to this one guy and I'll tell him that Brian said he was a bitch. And then I walk past and he's like, cuz, what did Brian say about Dex? And I'll be like, oh, he said he was a bitch or something. It's like, oh, we got these fights coming up on Saturday if you want to put the gloves on. Yeah. So we'd like run these events, and we had about 5 fights in this backyard, like charge $5 entry and stuff. And then just to fill in a space, me and my mate jumped in and we were boxing, and we had a guy come from an MMA gym, and I pieced this guy up. Like, I didn't know how to fight at the time properly. And I pieced him up, and then the guy was like, oh, you should come and train, you got a bit of something there. So I went to the gym and then started boxing from there on. And I only did amateurs, like I didn't go pro. And then I was about 25 at the time. Then it wasn't until I got my ass kicked by like some 19-year-olds, I was like, oh, nah.
19-year-olds have been doing it since they're 12.
Yeah, bro, come out in their great-granddad's fucking robe, and I'm like, oh, what?
So not even just 12, since they're bored.
Getting smoked. But yeah, I still enjoy boxing and stuff, but yeah, it's just a hobby thing now. Yeah.
But have you announced a podcast? Where the fuck did that come from?
So I've got I got a bit of inspiration from my brother, because he's like that. But I've been watching heaps of bloody like YouTubers and haunted houses and stuff. Right. Like I'm addicted to it, like Sam and Colby, and I just watch them like go through these houses, and I was just watching it one time, and
so I was just filled with darkness and dread.
It's fucking random, me. Like, I've watched so many episodes that I sort of knew the lingo around like ghosts and stuff. And then I just thought, oh no, me and my missus were talking. She was like, what if you went up to it and you just like punched it in its face, and it sort of shows that you're not showing it any fear. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then sort of dwelled on it for a bit, and then I was sitting in my truck, just sitting there, and I was like, oh, I might make a quick video like this, and moldy it up. And then that one popped too.
Give your mate the side eye, like, what are you
Well, everyone's got a mate. Oh well, in Maori culture, everyone's got a cousin or something that talks shit like that. So it's just trying to find something relatable.
On these YouTube things, do they talk about what they're actually scared of?
I don't know. I think
because like, what is the consequence of a ghost? Like, it's an opaque thing.
I don't know. I think like one of the guys got cancer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's because you're dipping into all these bloody demonic energies and all this. I was like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so now I'm like, I was watching those guys, and now I'm like, they do collabs, like they catch up with other ghost YouTube hunters, and they're like, they go and do their own thing, and fuck, they're pretty good. Like, they've got all the like proper gears, and to communicate with them and shit. But yeah, even last night, man, I was up till like 1 o'clock just watching them, like, ooh. Just trying to scare myself.
Yeah.
Fridge goes off and makes a click, and
there's the ghost. Yeah. Now we've got creeks in our house, but then I've just worked out that these forest product houses are quite thin walls, and you can hear your neighbours. Yeah. You said about like Maori culture. Are you connected with your whakapapa or anything like that?
Oh yeah, but like in a plastic way.
What's that mean?
Like, I don't know how to speak it. I only show up when someone dies.
Oh,
yeah. No, I'm like I know where I'm from and stuff.
Yeah, where's that?
Dokawa.
Yeah.
Like I'm from Pikitu. Like there's like heaps of sort of sub tribes around Dokawa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from pretty much most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ngāpuhi. I'm from Te Aroa as well. So yeah, I sort of know where I'm from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I only go to the marae when someone dies. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, which one's your marae?
So there's Ruapeka, That's on the way out to just before the Fitzgerald Glades. There's Pikitu, which is out the back of Wiltstown. I'm from Pohara. Like, I've got heaps of marae, and then we go over the hill in the bay. Like, I'm like from the bay over there. There's Manaweka and Hei and Haraki marae. I'm from heaps of places, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did any of your Raukawa family end up down the Kapiti Coast?
Oh, like Otaki and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the story is that Raukawa and Te Rauparaha went down that way and started up their own thing.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, though.
No, I just third-hand read it when I first got here. Because when I was in Hawke's Bay, I was looking at Kahangu and being like, "Whoa, this is diverse." And then what's really weird about Raukawa is, or Mangatautari, is like a relationship between someone from Tainui and a daughter from Kahangu.
Yeah. So being Raukawa, our waka is Tainui.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we all come from Tainui. Yeah.
No, sick.
Yeah.
and that's your knowledge.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. It's real surface level knowledge. Yeah.
Going through school, was there any connection with it?
No, not really.
No.
Like, I did kapahaka with my uncle and stuff, but that was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, only because, just to get out of class.
Actually, yeah, we did too. I can't remember if that was my motivation or not. I just had fun. Had fun doing haka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you do kapahaka?
Yeah. You're talking about plastic. Well, mate, completely like Celtic heritage, and I won Kaya twice in Southwood.
No way.
Yeah, I remember the first time I won, we were in the Civic Theatre in Invercargill, and so like massive theatre, and then I won, and then someone that was connected to the school like did a haka after I got the certificate and stuff, and I didn't know what haka they were doing or what, but yeah, so St. Joseph's School, which was Hatohoi, but we had a marae next door, and so I guess it was all the Maori community in Invercargill that were Catholic.
Yeah. And
so then they'd have a Catholic mass in that marae as well. And so then there's the major Morohuku marae and the Bluff marae, and then there's ones in Collett Bay and around the place and out Riverton as well. I guess out in Tuatapere and things like that. And there was a kura in Invercargill, and then there was also this other school, Rockdale Park, which was in the same area as Morohuku marae, and those two schools were very strongly te reo and bilingual. Kura Kaupapa was in Māori, and Rockdale Park was bilingual, and so they'd dominate most stuff, and then our school just had this little bastion of te reo and Māori teachers and things like that, and kapahaka, and would always compete quite well, and yeah, twice I won Kaya, and then in my last year of school, so Form 2, my mihi as well, like, placed, and again, I was just like kind of embarrassed.
That's the cuz. You're the cuz.
but it's funny, like this year with Matsutini being so massive on TikTok, and then you see the other side of it, like people complaining, like, what's this shit doing on TV, and, being all grumpy and stuff. I was like, mate, I used to, like, I was a early riser type thing, and my parents would be asleep, and I'd be waiting for what now, and I'd just be like watching the Māori kapahaka competitions on TV when I was little, and I was like, what are you talking about? I used to watch it when I was little.
Holy shit, not even I did that.
No, it was on fucking early, like 5 a.m.
Oh, that's keen. Fuck.
Yeah, but I just had nothing to do. I was up in the morning, wanting the day to get started, waiting for what now, and just watched it. It was like that, or watching Christian churches from the States.
Yeah, Benny Hinn or something like that, eh? Brian Tamaki or something.
Well, yeah, before where Brian Tamaki got his ideas from, I think.
But the white guy always gets the loudest cheers in the kapahaka groups. Like, you even see them here, the Cook Island group, and the white guy comes out, everyone's like, but it's good. It's just cool to see, another culture embrace our culture.
Yeah. How old are you?
32.
32.
Yeah.
So you're a couple of years behind us.
Yeah, probably. Well, how old are you?
I'm 34. I'm the same age as them. Yeah.
But I always crack up at, like, those old fellas, that shit's on my TV. It's like, bro, change the
Change
channel.
it. Do you have Sky?
Bro,
Or turn it off.
yeah, those people are gonna die soon anyway.
It's outrageous. Though. Like, come on, man, come on. Yeah, no, it is. Oh, like I was in Oinu Hut the other day, and I was just telling my parents, like, if you could stereotype some like real tradies from Woku, it's like you'd be pretty close to these guys. They were like, it was all good the night I was there because it was just me and this other fella from Wellington, and we just, it was just one of those situations where you just don't really talk. You just can't listen and observe and just be like, oh yeah, oh cool,
as bro.
Yeah, and like I was saying to Mum, the very narrow opinion, but it's very strong, and so you just don't really want to be like, have you thought about this? And then they kind of ask you a question, and you get out sort of a little bit of an answer with no nuance or anything, and then they just rip into their idea of it. Like, you've got no fucking idea.
I just agree with them, man. I'm like, well, I'm fucking over here black and shit, and yeah, fucking Mary's, yeah.
But that was what I didn't get at first. When I first walked in there, they were just like bashing all the Indian drivers and builders and whatever other trades that they have to work with and stuff like that, and then like Maori and all that sort of stuff, and then like it was lunchtime while it was at night time. It was the guy made dinner, and then he comes out and kind of does like a karanga, like, come on, get your guy, and like sort of stuff. And I was like, are you Maori? Yeah, it was just bizarre, eh? Len rip. One of their sentences was fucking fuck. Like, I was like, there's other words, man. Use your words.
Oh, he's smart.
felt like my daughter. Hey, use your words.
But nah, that shit's like, when I was younger, I used to get bothered by like, casual racism and stuff. But like once, like at this time, I can't get mad at that shit. Like, like, well, that's you. You're gonna fucking walk off and be sour. I'm all good. I'm gonna keep chugging along.
Yeah. So in your gig, were you literally saving them? Like, they can't keep going without those wheels.
Yeah.
Are they stressed? Are they thankful? Are they, like, grumpy? Like
Yep. You always get... So the worst ones I've had are... No. So the worst ones I've had are the horse float people. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen that video on them.
Nah.
Fuck, they're the worst, bro. Like, yeah, they just expect you to, like, do the most for them and stuff. And they're like, like it's almost your fault their tyres blowing out. I'm like, I don't know, man, I'm just here to get you going. Like the most entitled bloody rich people.
So is it like the thoroughbred racing sort of stuff, or
I don't know how it goes.
Big trailer horses.
Yeah, big yeah. But like truckies are sweet. Like, most they're all good. Farmers are I love farmers, but you get your odd one who's like, yeah, fucking marries and this, but oh well, fucking roll on a flat tire then, brother. Nah. But no, they're awesome. I love farmers, but yeah, the horse float people are the worst. Guaranteed they're gonna give you some grief. But yeah. So
speaking of farmers, in your tractor, when you said, "Oh, I use my customer service," the inside's all fucked. Was that a legit recording?
Yeah, bro. Fuck, that guy still comes in to work out, and I have to hide from him because I'm like, oh shit, I called him a liar. So I see him coming, I'm like, oh fuck. But yeah, no, that was all legit. And that one popped off too. That's coming. I think that's got like 750,000 views.
Yeah.
Is that me?
Yeah, someone's trying to get a hold of you. You're calling the wrong guy.
Yeah, man. Nah. Yep.
Not my week.
No. Get lost. But yeah, that one popped off, and I think the reason why it popped off is because it's a story, and it's not a cool story. It's just got like, I just added little bits in there and some exciting language in there, and people are like, oh yeah, like that's funny. I was like, oh shit. So now, like, what I'm struggling with now is like trying to make a story out of every tire. Whereas now it's like, no. So I was like, oh, I could do a segment where like I answer questions and reply to people and that sort of work. People are just like, can you just put me in the video? And I'm like, no, you got to say something cool.
Yeah.
Or ask something engaging, you know? 'Cause that's what TikTok's mostly about, is the engagement.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got a lot of people engaging, then they'll push your videos and stuff.
Yeah, because there's even that Q&A function, eh?
Yeah, I don't use that.
No, you just clip the question and put it into...
Yeah. So I just go through my notifications, hit the comments, and then I just look for, cool questions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh yeah, I can reply to that. Boom. So I only need like 3 questions per video.
And you just screenshot that out. And
screenshot, crop it, stick it in the CapCut. You can add a feature where it makes it go, and then you add a little pop sound, so it's like pop. Yeah, that's how I do that.
Yeah.
And then so I've got like heaps of videos built up, but now I've got to find like sort of
Narration.
content for that. But I've got like so many videos because I do it every day, so it's just trying to find a way to make it look cool. And I'm practicing my bar spins, and now bar spins are a thing. They're like, oh, do it behind the back. I'm like, oh, so now I'm trying to practice how to do behind the back bar spins. And
because I was like, those tire skills come in handy.
Well, I look like a dork because I like hide out the back, and I'm like trying to fucking practice them. But I'm getting better. I've got a few cool ones coming up soon.
I was showing my partner yesterday because she's like, oh, who's Lāz? And I was like, oh, this is Lāz. And I was showing her you gotta talk really slow. And then of course you're doing the bar spin behind the back and like whacks you in the back. And you're just like, ooh, fuck. And like spread the fucking water in the air. I tagged NZ Farming and they shared it out. Like, did anybody give a comment from them? Do you know?
I think they got like more hits than I did, like from on their page. But yeah.
Oh, did they reshare it?
Yeah, they reposted it.
Yeah,
and it they got way more than I did.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck. But yeah, that same idea. I was just out at a bloody farm and. Like the dude came out and he was the old, yeah mate, I was gotta do it. And I was like, holy shit.
You're out straight out of a Wrightson's head.
Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, it's just fucked, mate. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then I was sitting in my truck and I was like, fucking, I'm all alone in this farm. I fucking rip out the camera. Yeah, mate.
And the hose whip. And your rail gun with nothing to attach.
You gotta do the slow motion fucking, the sweat wipe.
And your big piece of grass.
Yeah, well, I seen this hay bale, so I went up to that and I grabbed it. These cows are walking past. I was like, just taking the piss, eh?
and I shared the hella.
Yeah, how?
Oh, yeah.
Because that I don't know how that came about, but that one went fucking. That one took off too. But the thing is, like, I don't care what anyone else says. So they're like mentioning me, and I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah,
because I got so many. They're like, oh, in Gisborne we say, and I'm like, nah, I don't care. Like, I'm just on to the next one, really.
It was funny how you had like someone from Kawerau talking about like, oh, in Kawerau we would just bark.
Yeah, Mad, what's his name? Mad Guy.
Mad Guy. Yeah. No, but then Mad Guy was talking about like, I took my dog for a walk once in Kawerau, and someone barked at my dog, and my dog was like, what?
He's a classic, eh?
He's trying to learn Maori. Well, I don't know if he's been genuine or not.
He's pretty sharp.
Yeah,
because I think he works for a Maori. Oh, well, that's what I heard last time. Like, I follow him pretty closely. He's like, oh yeah, I got a Maori boss. No.
Oh, so that's where he got that with that content about.
I don't even know. I could be making that up too.
But it is probably where he got the content. Like, hey, I can't remember what some of his stuff was about. Do the work. Yep. Nah. Hey.
Yeah, nah, yeah.
Yeah. What you doing, babe? Hey, what? No, funny. Yeah. Oh shit. So why can't you do music? No time.
Yeah. Oh no, it's more like no energy, and I've got like I don't know what direction to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just I've always had that problem. I'm like I don't know what I want to do, and like I've got like it could be one kid or we might be having twins on the way. And
Oof.
yeah, bro. Yeah, so I'm like, I can't.
So that's why you're working real hard.
Yeah. And I can't.
You're like, oh, it's going to be 2 on 2 off, but it's going to be 2 on 2 off.
yeah, straight. And I'm like, I can't, if I do music that involves me like going out and doing gigs and stuff, and I just don't have the energy for that. So I'm like, nah, time to grow up. Yeah. But all my mates are still, I'm doing this, and they're doing good things. So I was like, oh, well, I can sort of get on the train behind the scenes and just do my beats and send it off to them. And then, because I've got one mate, shout outs to Swizzle Jaeger. He's like tapped into the Maori funding thing. Fucking they give him heaps of money. And he's just like, yeah, bro, I almost quit too. And then I did like, this one Maori song, just repurposed it from like 7 years ago, and they gave him heaps of fucking money, like funding.
So he's redone the whole song in Māori?
Yeah, he's already done that. And then he's got a new song, so we're working on a new song. I'm just doing the beat and stuff. I was supposed to send him some files today. Oops. And then you got funding for that, so you get funding for a video and stuff. So he's like, yeah, it's like a sort of niche that no one's really tapped into much.
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck, I'm just losing out if I don't do it.
And what, it's going to get played on the radio, or
probably like Maori stations. And he's a boom operator, so he's in like the TV movie industry sort of thing. So like he gets a lot of placements in movies and stuff. Yeah. Just for his connections.
So who's that?
Swizzle Jaeger.
Is he from here, or?
He's from Tauranga, but he's based in Auckland.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's one of my best mates who we sort of came up together with in music.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, we started off with like 9 of us, and they all dropped off, and he's the one still going. So I'm like, oh well, I'll help you out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't mind just being behind the scenes with the music thing.
And so does he need a studio, or no, you guys can just do it on the computers?
Yeah, so I can do what I do on my computer, so make beats and stuff, and then through email I send it to him, and then I think he lives at a studio, or I don't know if he lives there anymore. And then he goes to the studio, and him and his engineer mate record it. Mm-hmm. And then his engineer mate will get back to me, oh, I need these done and redone, and yep, sweet.
Yeah, well, you just look at his beats set up. It's just in a room.
Yeah, mine's in my son's room. Yeah, so I'm stepping on bloody blocks and Lego.
Did you watch the Team Dynamite doco that's on YouTube?
Oh, no, I haven't watched the homebrew one.
Oh, yeah. No, the Team Dynamite one's really good too. And again, it's just them, Lucky Lance rocking into Haz's house and be like, whoa, this guy's got some gear. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. No, I've got like the real minimal basic setup, just a laptop, keyboard, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I've like the best beats I've heard are like the dudes are like just living on the bones of their asses, and they just have the laptop. Like my mate, Sick Drums, he made it to LA and stuff, and just, like done like a few big songs, like he's got billions of streams as a producer, and he was just rocking around with his laptop, and I think he was like on a Benny at the time. Yeah. Next minute he's
living on a battlefield. Another good homebrew song.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Those are some good times back then.
Yeah.
Our homebrew era.
I've grabbed that first tube there that's up on the shelf.
This one here?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Is that, I grabbed the other one. This is the All Blacks poster.
Did you go to any of their gigs?
So I saw them at Baywatch, and then there was one night at Rhythm and Vines, which was like the second night, the 30th. We spent 6 hours on the barrier, and I woke up the next day, and I thought I had like burst my spleen or something. Not to mention that was like the 4th day of being on a bender. So
yeah, as you do.
I was so fucked. But
yeah.
So that was obviously they were playing at Rhythm and Vines, and they're like, our album's coming out soon. And then so when they made that poster, if you're watching, and that was they'd stuck it up in the laundromat beneath the apartment that Haz used to live at on K Road, and I saw that and I was just like, no one around. I just like peeled it off. I was like taking it home. So it's like one of those. The reason why it's in that tube is one day I'm going to frame it. And speaking of studios, when I finally get this shit set up in an actual studio, Joe Rogan styles, I'll put that on the wall because that's
It's iconic.
Good. Yeah, it's from the first proper album. Yeah, and then all the like ep-piece shit that stemmed from that.
Even the what's it? Advante.
Oh fuck!
How do you say it?
Eventail Bowling Club.
Bowling Club.
Yeah,
that shit's pretty hard hitting, eh?
Yeah, every trap band as well. Yeah, it's buzzy. Yeah, that music, like being at uni for 7 years, got into a pretty weird spot. Like I was just like, "Fuck, is this shit ever gonna end?" And then like all the homebrew and that piece stuff, you're like, "Oh, shit could be worse."
yeah, shit, yeah.
Yeah. Even what was it? Evandale Bowling Club, I think, came out when I was in Australia, and I was listening to the album, and I like posted it on Instagram, like, "Fuck, this is good." It was like a beautiful sunny day in Australia, living over the road from the beach, and then Tom messaged me back, being like, "Oh, sorry, bro, for all the sad songs. It's not really fitting your vibe." I was like, "Mate, I don't care that they're sad songs." Did
awesome Tom message you?
He's messaged me heaps of times.
Whoa!
yeah. I think he just is one of those dudes that's just milling around, and he'll reply to DMs every now and again.
Working.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song Home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Like he addresses a lot of things in the area. Yeah. It's like he's like more Māori than I am, bro. He goes hard for the Māoris, eh?
Yeah, he got accepted that award once, and he just like ripped this big rap out, which is kind of the lyrics are in another song that he's done, but like, yeah, he kind of does this freestyle.
Yeah,
it's like some snarky manaki thing.
Yeah, that's from Home.
Yeah, is it? Yeah, is that in there? Yeah,
yeah. I can't remember, but when I was like listening to it, I was like, far out. This dude's like just leveled up from like immature little homebrew raps from getting wasted and taking acid and stuff.
Well, was it last week? Is he wrote, I think, Thursday or Sunday, the one when he was talking about the Warriors and shit, and Louis getting hit by a car or falling off his bike or something like that. He wrote that first, and then he's like, oh, "Fuck, I should just write the whole week," and that's what he did. And that's when they made that first EP, and it blew up.
Bro. But that album that came out, yeah, that was like the soundtrack to many benders, eh?
Yeah.
Like for heaps of people, you'd go everywhere and jam it on, and I just remember being like absolute minging.
Yeah.
Sitting there and a few flies hanging around you. Meh.
Well, that was this funk, you know what, you know. When I heard that at Rhythm and Vines and Baywatch, I don't know whether they changed the lyric or I heard it wrong or the crowd was hearing it wrong, but I was pretty sure that it was shit, fuck, and I think the whole crowd was screaming shit, fuck, but they may have been screaming this funk, and I was just getting it wrong. But it was a good vibe in my head.
What year was that at Baywatch?
20, well, it was, yeah, going into 2012, so 2011.
Oh, okay. I played at Baywatch 2012 going into 13.
Was that when the fence got pushed down?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was only there for one night. Didn't take any drugs or anything, and fuck, I went home. I was like out for 2 days, eh? I was like, fuck, I like missed the whole day.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but I don't know, someone might have spiked my drink or something.
Yeah.
Went home and I slept for 2 days. Thought that I had only slept for one.
Whoa.
And I had a gig that day, and I was like, oh fuck, I don't even want to play the show tomorrow. And then my missus was like, that's tonight. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh dear.
Yeah. So that was pretty hectic.
And you were rapping, or you?
Yeah. I was rapping at the time.
Yeah.
Me and my mate Swizzle Jaeger. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
He took me over there. He got the pass, but it was like +1, and I was like, oh yeah, sweet. Jam the the Baywatch.
And so did you do any of your songs up there, or you just?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. But we were like playing like one of the random stages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the main stage. We were like one of the random stages, but yeah, the vibe there was pretty out of it. Like it was like I think they'd been there like day 3, and it was just minging. Like,
that was like fuck. They picked me up from Onehunga, and we drove. Yeah, they had to stop off in the Hauraki Plains for a certain something. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think once they'd done that, two of the guys started cracking open the scrumpies. I waited until we left the Portuguese and went through the gorge, and but I drunk 2 scrumpies by the time we got to Gisborne. I don't remember us setting up the tents, but we got the tent set up.
Fuck.
And then I had like a 3:30 hangover, because we weren't right on the beach, we were over the other side of the golf course, and I just went off, and there was a little some trees over in the golf course. I just went and died over there for 20 minutes, and then crawled my way back to the tent, and then just sort of died in the front of the tent, just KO'd. Like, not even, I might have my sleeping bag under my head or something like that. And then came to, and then I was the last home from Baywatch after Shapeshifter and Homebrew and all that sort of stuff. And then, what a journey, taking that fucking bus in and out to Rhythm and Vines. I get all the way home, and do you remember UTV that used to be on?
Oh, nah.
Oh, so it was like an interactive music show, and you used to be able to like chat to the hosts and stuff like that. I can't remember whether it was through Twitter or Facebook or what, but yeah, I'd won. I don't think I'd won a pass to the Rhythm and Vines. I think that was part of it. You needed to have a pass already, but I'd won a camping spot. They had set up my tent, which I've got over there still. Set up a tent that had a blow-up mattress in it, 2 sleeping bags, 2 deck chairs, a like drinks chiller, Kathmandu thing. I think that was all. And yeah, so instead of having to get into that bus and cruise all the way back to Baywatch, I could have just like fallen asleep in amongst the vines and Rhythm and Vines for the whole time. But I was like, but yeah, I managed to get the tent, one of the sleeping bags, the drinks chiller, which my parents still use camping. It's pretty sweet actually. And I think I got one of the camp chairs as well. And yeah, I had to go pick it up from Kyle Bell, who like runs Rhythm and Vines, from his house in Ponsonby. And he was like, "Oh, here you go." So like through all those like early Twitter days, I connected with like Cole Bell and Hamish Pickman and a couple of the guys that used to be on UTV. Can't remember what their names were. Connor somebody. Rose Matafei used to be on there, and then they used to get Guy Montgomery, they've both done pretty well in comedy.
Oh
yeah, but fuck, that was weird, eh?
Did you do the full 3 days you were there?
Yeah, so all 5 days, 2 days,
5 days,
2 days of Baywatch, 3 days of Rhythm and Vines. The first day was Pendulum. Ooh, that was loose. Yeah, he's pretty good on. He's kind of gone off TikTok. He's still doing this stuff on Instagram, but like going into this and history of songs and where they've sampled from and what they've now been sampled into, and what sort of acts they've done over the years and stuff, and what record labels they signed with and shit. He's awesome.
Yeah. Who's that? Rob Swire?
No. Fuck. What is his name? He's the guy that does all the DJ sets. Oh, okay. Remember I said about how he was playing at Rampage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
I like I like all those old school sort of songs, like all those sampling songs, like Prodigy and stuff, and like all the little things they clipped out of certain songs. Have you seen those videos? Like sample breakdowns, and you're like, fuck, how did they make it sound so big though? Like,
yeah, there's one dude that does. What's that French Daft Punk? He goes through a Daft Punk song, and they're like just taking bits out of movies and like turning up songs and turning down songs. And then it was like, listen to, is it OPB? Naughty by Nature. And I was like, oh my god, this is just literally ABC just sped up slightly. And they even like sample like, they don't want to talk about.
Yeah, same as Crisscross Jump.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. ABC. Yeah, it's that dun 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 dun. Yeah, but they've just gone dun dun dun. But it sounds gangster.
The one that keeps doing the rounds lately is how much Puff Daddy has to pay Sting.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
like $5 million a day, and apparently like someone had a video the other day, and it's like a clip of Sting being like, "Oh, I think it was $2 million a day," and then Puff Daddy was like, No, it's 5 million. I love you, bro. And then so I can't remember who put that up, and I was like, I want to know about Lude and
Down Under.
Down Under.
Yeah.
Because men at work have to pay 5% royalties to. I did find out that when I wrote this on the video who it is to, but yeah, they have to pay 5% royalty for life to whoever wrote Kookaburra Sits in the Old Gum Tree.
Oh, because of the tune.
Yeah.
Oh, holy.
So I'm like, does Lude have to pay men at work and then they have to pay 5% on?
Yeah, fuck, I wouldn't even know. I never understood how that shit worked, like clearing samples and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's trippy.
Because even on Rogan, someone was talking about like having an opening song for their special. They've just been playing some song as they walked out, and then they were trying to get permission to have it in their special, and so they contacted the artist, and they're like, nah, we don't own it.
Oh, is that the one Simon Says?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, because that's one of my favourite songs ever. And he's like, I come out to Simon Says, have you heard that? And everyone's like, no. And he's like, oh, bro. And I was like, yeah, that is a walkout song, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
But
So-
even that comes from a Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
That sample, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking wicked.
And they just nicked it. Didn't even think about it.
Yeah. It's another Diddy one too.
Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puff Daddy made that one. The funny thing about that missing you one though is like how Sting gets the money, but
Oh, police get none.
yeah. The guitarist was like, hey. Like, oh, I'm the guitar guy, man.
Yeah. And it all goes to Sting. It's like your voice isn't even in this.
Yeah. You fucking assholes.
Yeah, who's the chick that sings Behind the Mask?
Behind the Mask?
Yeah,
Oh fuck, I wouldn't have a clue.
nah. But anyway, she used to be in a band and like hated the system and stuff like that. But now she makes it like a real fair crediting system because she writes a lot now as well.
Was that Sia?
Sia,
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she gets lots of writing credits now, and same if anyone produces for her, she like makes sure that they're getting a decent chunk of it, and they just kind of like work out a workload, I guess, and a percentage, and then credit goes in. Because especially with Spotify and shit, like takes forever to get actual money.
yeah, and then when you do it, it's like bugger all.
Mm.
Yeah,
Have you sampled anything?
heaps.
Yeah.
Like most of my style was based around sampling, but because I'm not big enough, like it doesn't even pop up on their radar.
Don't chase you.
Yeah, or you alter it so much that because they have like a digital barcode on each piece of audio, but if you alter it so much, like you run filters on certain frequencies, it won't pop up.
Have you been putting much on YouTube these days?
Nah, I don't really focus on YouTube much.
No.
Yeah,
I'd be interested how good the algorithm is now, because the start of this year I did a podcast with Paul Michaels, who does this really good dog training on Vimeo. So he's like the D-Dog Blueprint, this Palmico dog training, and now he's got Game Bird Boot Camp, so it's like an add-on type thing. And we were just talking, I was talking to him about water polo, and he brought up a YouTube video, and no shit, I was in the process of uploading it, and it had already run through like 2.5 hours of video, and I wasn't even finished with the upload, and it was like copyright flag.
yeah.
And it was like, it's not going to demonetize, but partially because you couldn't really see it, and we were just kind of talking about it. But yeah, I was like, far out, that's amazing.
Yeah. It's just that digital barcode.
Yeah, but like, it's 3 cameras videoing, and only one of those cameras videos the screen.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Oh,
uploaded.
right.
Yeah, so the screen, obviously with the lighting of the screen, it's not that clear.
Yeah, but it was still able to pick that up and say, like, you're using...
That we were watching a YouTube video.
Yeah, holy.
I was like, wow. And then, like, I'm pretty sure it even gave me what the video was. And like, I had no idea what the video was.
Yeah.
He had just pulled up a video of water polo, and we were talking about it. And I was, like, talking about the moves that they're doing and kind of how you'd think about the game. Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah, it was buzzy.
How'd you get into that?
Oh, because I used to play water polo.
Oh, shit. Hey.
Yeah. I was reasonably good at school, and then didn't play when I went to uni. But yeah, it was just because I was talking about. I was like, "This is the funnest game." It was like it's like rugby, basketball, soccer, hockey.
Is that the one where you like? How do you like? You're just
no, that's just treading water.
Fuck.
And then you get really strong at treading water, and you can like tread the water, get your whole upper body out of the water, and just it's called balking, like fake to shoot and fake to pass, and yeah, but like there's like power play, so it's kind of like ice hockey, and that's when you really get lots of balking and movement and stuff like that, and yeah. Violent, but it's non-contact sport. It's fucked up. Yeah, it's like basketball in the old days. Like my dad talking about. Actually, someone was talking about Steph Curry. Like, man, when I used to play basketball, it was like get in the lane and like people come out with broken noses and lost teeth and shit. My dad used to wear. Well, they do wear sort of a mouth guard now, but yeah,
like back in the 90s, you see how rough they were and stuff. Like he had the Detroit Pistons, you know, and people hated playing them because they're two big guys that just fucking elbows on.
Yeah, no, and that was what was with Orlando with Dwight Howard. He was just so massive, but the rules would just change that they just get fouled all the time.
Yeah. But even he's a bit of a pussy. Have you seen that one where Kobe calls him a pussy?
Oh, what?
Yeah,
I don't follow basketball away.
He's like, pussy. And he's just like, oh.
Yeah, what was that? Magic versus the Wolves, that series? I watched that for some reason. Yeah.
What year was that?
Somewhere between 2010 and 2014. I don't know that much.
Oh, okay.
Actually, maybe it was when I was in Japan. We had Sky there too. Yeah.
Was KG playing? Kevin Garnett?
The
Wolves?
It was the white guy.
Dirk
Nowitzki.
Oh, yeah. Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah.
He's Mavs.
So it was Mavericks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orlando versus the Mavericks. Yeah, that was a good series. But yeah, I don't follow basketball.
Oh, okay.
It's, like, honestly,
I follow the highlights.
Yeah.
I don't have the attention span to watch a full game.
Well, it's like I'm like pretty passive with the rugby league, and then a little bit as well with the AFL. I just like in season will follow the Roosters, follow Carlton, and follow the Highlanders, and then when it's out of season, I just like get rid of their pages again.
Yeah.
Because don't need all that promo stuff filling up my. But I'm like interested in how they're going and where they're at on the table and stuff like that.
Bit of workshop banter.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about New Zealand. Like, oh, did you watch? Like, no, I didn't watch.
I'm just like, Warriors won.
They won again yesterday, man.
Yeah.
They beat the Cowboys. Yeah. Meanwhile, and like that whole like, oh, the Warriors beat the Sharks, and now the Sharks are beating the Roosters. So Roosters are doing it tough. Yeah. But I have a free license to not support the Warriors.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm like glad they're doing good. I'm not like I hate the Warriors, but
I'll jump on the train if they make it to the finals.
Did you see that meme of the Asian Japanese subway with the dude pushing someone? Jackson had that because he runs the Warriors social media, and he put it on his page, and I was just like, oh, surely there's way more space than that, mate.
I don't care. I'm a bandwagoner. Oh yeah,
jump on.
Yeah,
jump on.
I'll go hard too, and I'll buy all the merch.
You buy some merch?
If they fucking start winning.
Yeah, no, I've got a Carlton hat, and I used to have some Roosters shorts back in the day. I think I bought those when I moved to Dunedin. Yeah, so I've been supporting them at least since 2007, 8. 2008.
Oh man, I haven't given a shit about them since Stacey Jones.
Stacey Jones. Yeah, and I can't remember what that guy's name was, but that commentary was the best.
Yeah, sensational.
I still like whenever I read Mount Smart, I'm like, Mount Smart Stadium.
I used to always go to like the Ericsson games and stuff when I was living up there.
Yeah.
Fucking those are choice, eh? You know, Cook Island drums going and the vibes just.
Yeah, that was good, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy who lives in Auckland about in the 90s. I don't know if it was the Warriors' first season or what, but they played the Cowboys in Invercargill, and like they brought in those temporary grandstands. They like had a helicopter like land on the field, and these people came out dressed in like country and western things, and of course they were the Cowboys, and like I think it must have been the Cowboys' first season as well. And yeah, it was just like this massive big deal, and then the Warriors got punished, and everyone just kind of like grumbly went home being like, oh, this is shit. Rugby league shit, you know, close it down south. But yeah, my grandpa played rugby league, and having come from rugby, he was one of those people that they're like, oh, you're such a traitor. Yeah. Turned your back on the game. Even to the point he was coaching varsity B or C and university holidays, so they're shorter players. Their front row got injured, so he went to go and like sub, and they're like, you can't play, you play rugby. He's like, what the fuck, man? It's like, I'm ancient.
It's like a movie.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
don't tell me what I can do.
Yeah. But yeah, Tyree, those people in Mosgiel, they'd talk like your mate on the farm.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Tiger. Yeah, let alone trying to get them to say Otako. They can't even say Otago. Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger.
Tiger. Come from
I
Tiger.
remember when I was in Christchurch and there were these two like, you know, old southern dudes just in a spa talking. Couldn't understand the word they were saying, eh? They're just like, yeah, I like this. Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I worked with a guy who talked like that, so I was like, what's going on here? Like, where are you from? They're like, here. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, there's a few Southland ways of saying things. They like share.
Yeah. Memphis Matt down.
Yeah, when I was at the hut in the morning, and they're like, oh, how old are you? And I was like, 34. And they're like, oh, Jesus, you're from down south, eh?
Yeah, 34, work.
30 dirty work shirts. Yeah. People always do like that. Oh, whereabouts are you from? Invercargill. Oh, you don't sound like you're from Invercargill. Oh, I just got to say the right words. Oh, I see. Yeah, throw it up, eh? 30 dirty purple work shirts.
They had this like segment on the news back in the day, and they got a person from Invercargill to say car alarm, and it was like car alarm. And then they got someone from like Wellington, it was like car alarm. And then they got someone from South Auckland, it was like kalam. Kalam.
Some Indian taxi driver.
I was an islander.
Kalam. Yeah. No, it was definitely weird being from Invercargill and going to Auckland and playing for varsity with a bunch of guys from Otahu. You know, just like, you get home at the end of a Saturday, you know, with that talking like this. Eh?
Yeah.
Ow. Bro, sabus.
I've mastered my oos.
Yeah. And so when I was playing sevens, and we back to Southland, and there was a couple of guys that were Samoan and Tongan, and sup docs, sabus, sup plus. The Fiji guys. Was there much islanders in Tauranga?
Like, not really, yeah.
Not really?
Yeah, like there were these, I remember when I was going to parties and they were like the Tongan Crips.
Oh, right.
And they'd roll up and, yeah.
Did something happen in Tonga yesterday? Because there was a bunch of people in Tokoroa yesterday driving around with their Tongan flag out the window.
Oh, I don't know. They probably won a rugby game or something.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, geez, I need to check the news. Something all the Tongans are celebrating.
Yeah, I don't know. They go hard for any little thing though, eh?
Oh, mate, the Rugby League World Cup, Samoa, Tonga, and then when Samoa made the final, jeepers.
They
lost the plot.
Yeah.
some of those flags are still up down there in Hawke's Bay. They survived the cyclone. The Samoan flags.
One of my bros like wasn't even really into it, but like he had his car decked out. And I was like, "Are you into it?" And he's like, "No, just I don't know.
I'm just Samoan.
It's just taken me over."
Just full stop.
He like parked his car out in the front of the workshop, and he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, good on you, man."
Yeah, because I was in Hastings when that was final was on, and they had a parade through Napier and everything. It was,
Yeah, they had the same here.
Oh, and
Yeah, they all met up at the lake, and they all fuck. It was just crazy.
That was mean. Rugby league's quite big here, eh?
Oh yeah,
There's two teams, eh?
Yeah, the Sharkies and the Falcons.
Yeah.
So most of the Islanders are they play for the Sharkies, and then the rest play for the Falcons.
I see.
Yeah, and that's a pretty they're pretty good teams too. Yeah, they take it out.
I don't know if they were playing yesterday or whether it was surf, but when I left the pool, I heard,
Oh, but yeah, big rugby league culture here. Like that's why we have a lot of league stars come out of here.
Yeah.
Like my stepdad, he's hard out. He's always drilling it into the boys, and win your game today. Yep. By how much? 2. Not good enough. Not good enough. And I'll just be sitting there like, oh. Cool. I was like, oh, yeah, pretty hard on them. He's like, yeah. Oh, fuck them. They better make it.
Got to win.
Yeah, got to thrash them.
Got to get out of here.
Yeah. It's my ticket out.
Rush it down to the mill, but there's no jobs left.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to be.
Nah.
Back when I started, there was 20 people in the workshop. Now there's 1.
Oh yeah, the back in my day stories, man.
Yeah.
Like especially like doing this job, they're like, fuck, back when the forestry was pumping 20 call outs a night. It's like, bro, that doesn't even add up. Yeah, fuck it, doesn't matter. No sleep, work the next day. Oh god, fuck.
Yeah, no health and safety, no logbook.
Yep. It's like, well, I'm required to have 9 hours sleep, so fuck you.
Yeah, even my old boss in Topol, because he first set up here, he's like, oh, back in the 80s, it was such a great place, there was some of the smartest people there, and like the engineers at the mill and the chemists at the mill, all their kids, all the Tokoroa High School used to have some of the highest education scores and bursaries and stuff. Like, oh, cool story, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't even born. It's like, oh, I was always like one person, 1,000 away from being a city or something like that.
Oh,
or
yeah,
like a small town or something. I was like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, like a city.
Yeah.
It's almost a city. And then
now there's 14,000
yeah,
people.
it's bugger all.
Not even halfway to a city. Yeah, it's like in Makaga way. It's always going to be the next growth. 40,000 people. 40,000 people. 40,000 people. And then you hear like, oh, they're going to shut the LMNT smelter, and like, you watch Makaga go 30,000 people.
Oh.
Yeah, it is such a massive thing for that region. Like, especially, I think there's a couple of grand of people that work on site, and then there's subcontractors, and then obviously all the flow-on services that go into town. You take something like that away. It'd be the same if the mill went.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be most of the loggers. Same thing everywhere else.
Yeah.
Engineers.
But that's what I don't know about the loggers, because you're still going to have the forest there.
Yeah, but you got to have somewhere to take the logs.
Yeah. Why would you have your workshop in Tokoroa when the mill's somewhere else, or you're just driving them to Tauranga?
yeah. I'll take them to Tauranga.
Yeah, that's what. With that cyclone, all those forests getting bold in Taupo, like, most of them go to Rotorua, to Red Stag, and they're just like, fucking get them out.
Yeah.
But then there's no crews, no trucks.
Fuck yeah, seen the amount of damage down in Napier. They were like all the truckies were showing me the yards.
Yeah.
It's like way above the trucks, and then you can see there's a little fork sticking out. It's like, fuck. They're like, yeah.
Of silt or of logs?
Nah, just water.
Yeah.
Yeah, just water, but still, they're all write-offs.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's like, fuck it, you don't even hear much about, like, the aftermath of it still.
Yeah, I was down there, drove down on Thursday afternoon.
Oh, yeah?
that was like, ooh, that's a lot of mud. Yeah, just like trees and vineyard, apple trees, vineyards, and then there's like this big avocado block that is gone, and then what one's left, their roots are in silt and they're dying. Yeah, and I think it's the same with orchard. Like, even if the trees are alive, the silt's like killing the tree, whereas the vines are actually all right, and they chuck like rose bushes on the end of the rose. I think it's to help with bugs or pests or something like that. There's an idea behind it that I don't know. And yeah, they're like flourishing. These bright red roses. They like, oh, they obviously like silty soil. But yeah, it's gnarly. You just like, I've seen this drone footage, but it's definitely real.
Fuck, we're pretty lucky here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the worst I thought was cawthai tree was going to fall on my house, but no, it was fine. It was just like the old stick sitting around the yard. You got any big trees around your house?
Yeah. This one, this big Groot-looking motherfucker. Yeah.
What's Groot from?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
It looks like Groot.
Got a couple of rotten planks with a face in it.
Yeah. I want to carve one in. I'm not that mouldy though.
I've got it hooked up, mate.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Mate, yeah, neither did I. I made a spoon. Yeah, where is it? Oh, loose. So when's twins or potential twins due? We don't know yet.
Oh, we don't even know. Yeah, like July-ish.
Yeah.
We haven't even had a scan yet. But yeah, the missus is like, fucking use your TikTok to try and get some fucking free shit. I was like, oh yeah, I will.
Head up, nature baby.
Going live. Raise up for a capsule.
Yeah.
Raise some money.
Get what else is there? There's cart.
I'll give you a shout out.
Get the bed nest.
Yeah, bro.
What are all the prams? Mountain buggy and bloody.
Yeah, we've got
bugaboo.
We've got one, but we'll probably need two. So yeah.
You need the double.
Yeah, bro. But she's huge as hell. Like, what the hell? She's like, I'm only halfway. Like, fuck. Poor girl.
Yeah, and with twins, you have to have all those doctor's appointments, way more.
They're
like watching you all the time.
Yeah, she's past that point of big too, where you can't get nasty. So
have you both got family here?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's good, man.
But yeah, she was like, it doesn't even feel good getting choked anymore because I'm pregnant. I was like, I'm not choking a pregnant chick.
Oh, I got reflux.
I'm not even spanking that. I'd be hitting a pregnant chick. And it's like, you're like super pregnant. I'm not doing that.
It's double bad. Double bad. And how are the rest of your kids?
I've got a 3-year-old boy.
Yeah.
He's a little nerd.
Well, he's got a computer set up in his room. Yeah, now my daughter's off to Mary Poppins today, and I showed her Sound of Music, and she's just like into it, musicals. She's like, oh, I think this was a bad idea.
Mary Poppins. How old is she?
She's 5.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so she's going to start school.
Like the old school Mary Poppins?
Yeah, the old.
Fuck, she's not put off by the stink graphics or anything?
Nah, well, because I haven't showed her Mary Poppins. I showed her Sound of Music.
Oh, yeah,
which is all like real bad green screen. And yeah, like they're all, same with my partner's daughter, who's just 8. They're into it, It's like,
wow.
And then I remember being into it. Like,
fuck. I remember being like, put off by the budget fucking.
And that was
I was like, fuck, this looks crap.
That was 20 years ago.
Same as what's that movie, like Labyrinth?
Oh,
David Bowie.
Yeah.
With all the puppets, I was like, man, this looks so weird. So my jam was The Lion King, eh?
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But it was weird. I went to it for a birthday and got like the soundtrack and shit, and like used to know it off by heart. But I never watched it again until my first year of uni.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I bought the DVD, and then I showed my kid, put him on the big screen. Yeah, fuck, turn the old sound bar up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, feel that. Feel those fucking monkeys. Yeah.
Elton John.
That first opening bit, they were all boo.
Yeah.
It was like, ooh. Like,
And the end of Circle of Life has got that big boom.
yeah, boomfa. I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the good ones.
What else did you used to watch? Did you watch Dragon Ball Z?
Yep.
Pokemon?
Yep. I watched all those bloody loser films, like programs like Biker Mice from Mars. Yeah, no one ever. Everyone's always like, what?
Did you it was when we were real young. It was like it wasn't Beast Wars, but it was kind of like Beast Wars in that there were these robot tigers that people used to ride in, and then they'd all join together to make a robot similar to like who's
Voltron?
Yeah, Voltron.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Voltron's on. And there's another one, G-Force.
Yeah.
There's the same sort of rip-off of that.
And who's the big dude with the sword? He-Man.
He-Man, yeah.
Just to be sure. Yeah. he was way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
With his pronouns. He-Man.
Yeah. Oh, pronouns.
He-Man. Just so you know.
He-Man him.
Yeah. And SpongeBob, that's still good.
Yeah.
There's one SpongeBob episode where they end up out of the water and he's literally a sponge. And
and everything's sort of like real life sort of thing.
yeah.
And like Patrick is a starfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that. I wasn't too big on SpongeBob though.
That was like when would you get home from school? That was probably like the very 4 o'clock episode before Pokemon.
Yeah.
Digimon.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball
Loved
Z.
all that, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of hours wasted.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Especially like when Goku's doing a spirit bomb and it's like, bro, you've been holding it there for like 5 days, brother. Like, fucking throw the thing. Throws it and then the cunt doesn't even die.
Was that was Freezer?
Freezer.
Right? Yeah, and then Cell was even worse.
Yeah.
I will be my biggest. What was it? My best.
Yeah.
I only just started. Fuck. Unless I try to watch Pokemon now, there's thousands of them, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody had Pokemon cards the other day. I was like, I know none of those, bro.
Yeah. I'm just the original 150.
150.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the Pokemon movie was on here the other day, and it was Mew and Mewtwo. And I was like,
Yep.
I'll push to 152.
Yeah. Even Digimon was pretty fucking cool.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh, yep. I got into Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah.
What was his vibe? It was a card game, eh?
Yeah.
And
And then he was a kid, and then you'd like hit the pyramidal thing, and then he's a man,
Yeah.
and talk like this. But yeah, that was weird. But I remember when they first came out, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
I used to like print them out and then like laminate like the god cards to them and then trade them. And my mates say,
Collectible scammer.
yeah, very straight up. I was like, bro, you want a god card? They're like, hey. It's like, bro, you'll never find another one of these. Boom, swap you for your summon skull. Yeah. Get back the next day, you fucking asshole, look at this.
Where'd you get a laminator?
Oh, no, it wasn't even laminated. It was just straight tape, like just one of those big wide tapes.
Yeah.
Those clear ones, and you then just like fucking carve up around the card.
$2 well spent.
Straight scammer.
Straight scammer. Yeah, it was funny. I had the guy from Pest Free Token on again the other day, and we were talking about this. I think Sherwood Project. We talked about how he was making a film. And I was like, I don't even know if it's around anymore. And so I went and like looked at his TikTok, and sure enough, the last thing that was on there was like November last year.
What's that for?
Oh, it's like an NFT video, a movie.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like searching Twitter, and again the last post was like November, and so I was like, I'll poke the spear. And, and I tagged the guy that runs it, the project, and Coffeezilla, and I was like, hey Coffeezilla, have you looked at this? And straight away our mate's like, oh, don't throw me into this. And I was like, well, what's going on? What's the last thing you've got from November? He's like, oh no, everything it's under NDA now, and everything's on Discord. And I was like, oh, okay, man. And, like, fucking
What the fuck happened to that shit, eh?
Yeah.
So I remember the last time I was in here, like, what? Everything was like taken off, all the NFT shit.
Yeah. Well, that was, we started talking. That was just after
Trillionaire Thugs.
Trillionaire Thugs. Yeah, and it happened, and yeah. So again, that Makoi Barbers guy, he was talking to some chick about it, and they both had like 2 or 3, and they admitted that they'd sold like 2, like they either had 3 and sold 2, or had 2 and sold 1. And they were holding another, and I was like, how's that hodl one going?
Yeah. Like, I'm wondering if it's going to bounce back, and I don't know.
But there's, again, like that guy's, the Maori fella in Australia said, he's like, there's no implementation for this thing.
Yeah, there's no practical use for it. They said they're going to make a game, and it was like, where's the development plan and shit for the game? And
then, like, back to CoffeeZilla, that's what he was saying about Logan Paul. I wonder if he's just like underestimated how much skill and money it's going to cost. And then so, like I was saying to Patrick from Piece Free Token, PFT, I was like, is it just like the case where in like say venture capital where they invest in some software and they're just burning through cash, and so then they run out of cash, and it's like, oh well, guess we're not going to develop it, and they've invested in 10 things hoping that one wins, and so it doesn't matter about the rest. But I heard this thing about venture capital that it's like, unfortunately, all the babies that fell first, and you're still waiting on the one to win, and it's like 5 years until the one wins, but all the ones that fail like quite quickly.
Yeah.
And so like it's like $1 million gone, $1 million gone, $1 million gone, $1 million, or 10 million, whatever the scale of it is. And is that like the case for Logan Paul? Like, oh, got the NFT for this thing, we're making this game, and he's tried, and then he's run out of money, and the game's shit. And he's like, well, what do I do? Like, do I have to go and like make a bunch of profit on Prime, take the profit out of Prime, pay some more people to keep working on it, wait another year, grab the profit from Prime, pay some more people to do it, and meanwhile people were like, where's my money? And like, well, I'm working on it. Yeah, this was a risk. Like, go talk to some venture capital dude that had got his cash locked up in that bank. What was it called? Silicon Valley Bank.
Oh yeah.
I bet you he's on the back door being like, "Where's my money?" And they're like, "Don't have it."
Yeah. Fuck, that was shocking, eh?
Yeah.
All those banks.
Yeah. Well, then like FTX, that's just like, wow.
Oh yeah. I'm glad I almost fucking went there too.
Yeah. I pulled did you have anything in Celsius?
Nah.
Phil.
But I had the app, so I was getting ready to chuck something in Celsius.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Celsius happened, there's a guy on TikTok that I follow who wears glasses. Do you follow him? There's like blue sunglasses. He sometimes has like his shirt off and gold chain and stuff.
Was he like Crypto Mason or something?
Yeah, something like
that.
Yeah, and he was like, Binance is next, but I had already...
That's what I heard, dude. I was like, oh, shit. But mine's in crypto.com.
Yeah. So I had just an interest-bearing account in Binance. So it wasn't like crazy 80% APY and shit like that. It was just, 6 or so percent. And when Celsius happened, I was like, nah, it's not worth it. Like, this is not much money anyway, but I still don't have the risk capacity for this to just be like,
this is too crazy.
Yeah, take $300 from me. I'm like, it's that whole like gambling thing. If you get upset about losing it, don't have it there. And there was this whole thing, like, in the scheme of things, there's not much money, but at the moment, it's some money.
Wow.
There's other things I could do with that potentially.
Yeah.
It was messed up, eh? So yeah, I took it out of Binance, and Binance is still going. Yeah, they're setting up in New Zealand now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, there's Binance New Zealand now.
Oh, shit.
Past messed up. Yeah. You stopped making pictures?
Yeah. My dots.
For your dots?
Yeah. Stop doing that. I got like 3 views on each picture.
What were they? Literally a dot?
It was just a dot, yeah. I just made like a black background, red dot gives you 20% mana. Yeah, I just wanted to have a go, just to see how easy it was to upload it onto the what was it, OpenSea?
Yeah,
it wasn't that hard at all, eh? Like, you can just have a picture and just and then try and sell it.
And that's probably like the thing for anyone out there, eh? Like, if it's real low barrier to entry to sell,
Yeah.
like, for someone to claim that it's gonna 10x or whatever, it better be something fucking special.
Yep. So if I had a big name and I just put up a dot, I bet you it would have popped off. Like, oh, you're the stock. And then, boom, out of there. I bought heaps of Solana NFTs.
Yeah.
They just went, fuck, I was gutted. Because, like, they were like, oh, there were a lot of copycat ones. So there were like these, I don't know what they were called anymore. I can't even remember, but they were like cute cats.
Yeah.
Cool cats or something. So you'd buy all the, like, oh, yeah, sweet, cool cats. But then there'll be like smooth cats or, you know, something that sounds similar.
Yeah.
That look exactly the same. And you'd buy all these ones and then you're like, and then everyone's like, oh, no, that's the scam one. You're like, oh, fucking, you'd see the original one then. You're like, oh, so I've bought heaps of scammy ones.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. This isn't worth it.
I've stopped following it too much, but on Twitter the other day, there was like Doge was up in the corner. And I don't know if that's like a new function or what. I didn't click on it or hover over it. And then someone was talking about, like, was it insider trading? If Elon mentions Doge and all of a sudden a whole bunch of people buy it. Like, there was a picture of Doge on Twitter. And I'm like, fuck, everybody that has a Twitter account is seeing Doge up there.
Ooh.
You know? It's like, well, what does that mean?
Yeah. Some subliminal.
Well, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, he's not dumb.
I remember he used to make, you know, you'd always be watching his Twitter when you're like, if you're following crypto, and it'd just be like, you just do one little hinty thing and boom, one fucking coin will take off.
Or like when they paused Bitcoin for buying a Tesla and they're just like, it's like, was he just testing?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so I think he talked about Twitter being like a native economy, and so maybe he's going to use Doge as the currency again, like actually have a meme coin be useful for something.
Right.
Yeah.
How long have you? I didn't even go on Twitter. How long you been on Twitter for?
Oh, so probably like 2009ish.
Ah.
Yeah. And that's how I ended up on Instagram. And it was funny when I was talking to Jay Reeve, he was saying about when everyone started, like, so I remember when it was happening, you used to be able to put photos on Twitter, and then everyone started sharing their Instagrams into their Twitters, and he said that because his wife had the talent agency, they paid like $200 or something to be verified on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day, like it was nothing. And he said like that. So there was a whole bunch of us in New Zealand with no followers on Instagram that were verified.
Yeah. So what does that do if you're verified?
Just like, I think helped them to grow, but you know, it's still like they're part of Anna's agency because they're talent anyway. So it's a little bit of chicken and egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, if you're new to Instagram, you're going to search Jay and Fleety. You're going to search JJ Mokadom and Fletch and Vaughan and all that sort of shit. Like, you're going to search Sean Johnson, Dan Carter, but they're not that they went on Instagram. I think that was a Richie McCaw thing. Like, don't fucking post any photos. Speaking of Richie McCaw. But yeah, those early days of social media were weird, eh? And there's this socialite trans lady in Auckland called Mary, and I remember like she used to interact with me on Twitter. I used to interact with Jay all the time, and like it was just real friendly back then, and you could just talk to anybody. And like all the Highlanders and the Stags and stuff, you just used to yarn to. And then as you know, the scale of everything has grown, all that sort of stuff's gone. So like, if you were just some kid, you couldn't yarn to All Blacks or Super Rugby players or you know, people on the radio and shit like that. But because I was like in that ecosystem on the early days, and I was yarning to people, I still kind of have those connections.
Yeah.
Which is weird to think about.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, not that it's helped much.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. Like I've got guys on Facebook that I don't even know them, but I feel like I know them.
Yeah.
Like I have no idea what this person does, but I see their name. I'm like, oh yeah, bro, yeah.
But even like in like you were saying about Tom DMing me back, like I used to talk to Haz and Tom and stuff all the time on Twitter.
Yeah.
back in the day. Yeah. And like in your Facebook and stuff, do you have people from the shows that you used to do?
Yeah, that's where most of them come from. And I'm like, I have no idea who the fuck they are.
Yeah. And like the industry of it. So, well, I'll be friends with them because they might know somebody. It's just that network effect, eh?
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, he's good. Seems like a good dude. So
yeah. Who's you were working with? Was it Jimmy on TikTok?
Jimmy,
is that his name? Nah. And then there's the other fella that's gone on to New AFM.
Oh, Sunny Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other guy is Justin Norms.
Yeah, Justin.
Yeah. He like replies to everyone. Because I asked Sunny, I was like, bro, does he like reply to everyone? Because he always replies to me. And he's like, bro, he replies to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
What's cool is Sunny, like, he's on, what was that? Justin Norms, sorry. He's on that New AFM, but he's still making his reels and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas old Timpervise, like, he had his podcast and he was tweeting heaps, but then now he's on there. I don't see like hardly anything from him.
Yeah. No, apparently, like, Justin Norms is, he's a bit of a beast, like a workhorse. He can do it all. Like, he writes songs and stuff. Like, Sonny was telling me, like, nah, he's a workhorse, bro.
Yeah,
like, he can do it all.
What's cool in that New AFM is they've done LA. J. Cole did a really good one on it. LA
Leakers.
Yeah, LA Leakers. They've done that.
Yeah. So you had like Tom Scott and things come. Who's it, like Mellow Downs and stuff come through
and drop a freestyle.
Yeah.
Over a beat. I was like, that is a good idea.
That's a mean idea.
Because that's not, you're not going to get like copyrighted for doing that.
And it's not hard to do. Like, you're not going out of your way, and you're trying to build a community for music or urban music.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why my FM doesn't do it as much and make a big segment out of it. It's like,
well, you're right, eh? That like blows your mind. Like the LA Leakers, the J. Cole's there. I was like, holy fuck, that is good.
Yeah.
Like, why, if you were an urban radio station, would you not be like on the phone to because most of those guys are self-managed.
Yeah.
It's not like they're under some sort of label.
Yeah, you got to talk to a guy.
Yeah. Like I said, I used to like tweet at Hasbeats. I'm pretty sure you still can tweet at Hasbeats. Like, come on in. We're here from then till then. Do what you want, muck around.
Like, what's half an hour of the show to get the guy to come in? What do you got coming up? Here's your freestyle. Get out. And
that's the thing about like social media and radio stations. Like, they've already got a producer there. Like, all they've literally done is chuck 3 cameras in there and the old like interface, which is literally like clicking buttons. Like, camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4, camera 1, camera 2.
Yeah.
Like, easy as you're kind of live editing, and then you just go clip, boom,
clip, boom,
onto Instagram.
Yeah.
Onto TikTok.
Blows up. You help grow their platform and an artist.
Yeah.
Like,
and you just put a little watermark on whatever brand supporting the show that day, or whatever you're advertising that week, and you go, oh, by the way, part of your ad spend includes this watermark. That'll be another couple of $1,000.
Yeah.
It's like with podcasts, and like you can get angry that they just like clip all the commentary and chuck that on as a podcast, and it's number 1 in New Zealand. You're like, oh, but the other one with all the advertising money, they are protecting it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's the same with record labels. It's like the other ones that have the industry, they protect it.
Yeah.
They protect their bottom dollar. Yeah. Oh, sweet, Lāz. Looking forward to watching these next few videos.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just gotta come up with some ideas and talk some more shit.
And looking forward to some twin baby content. That's going to be absolutely
Don't
awesome.
say that. Still hoping for one, man. Just the one.
Double trouble.
Yeah.
So, what are you on TikTok and Instagram?
Lāz Go Bang.
Lāz Go
Lāz
Bang.
_ Go Bang on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Yeah.
And Facebook.
Yeah.
Check it out. Thanks, brother.
All good. Cheers, bro.